welcome to another episode of PodAskew. Fuck!
You can't even get that shit right on your birthday. Welcome everybody to the PodAskew Podcast. I am CJ, and standing in for my hetero life mate, Rico, is Silent Ben. What's going on, Henry?
Hi there, CJ. How are you, man? Nice to speak to you.
Good, man. Good. Thanks for joining us for Rico's birthday bonanza thing. I don't know what I'm calling this thing yet, but he's hopefully going to be surprised. That's the key. So thank you for
whatever
jumping on.
It is. It's a pleasure to be here.
So we're just basically getting people together and sending well wishes to Rico for his 28th birthday. So anything you want to throw his way, go for it.
Italians are great people. How's that for a good start?
There you go. There you go. What you guys are? You're definitely the biggest movie buff we've had on the show, besides Rico. Like, I mean, other people definitely love movies, and I'm not discrediting any of the other guests we've had. But you're clearly also, for the fact that you're making a movie, you're, you know, as evidenced by the wall behind you. We've referenced it before. You are definitely a big movie guy. So
big time.
I guess my question for you to maybe share is there any movie Rico's mentioned that you flat out like agree with him or flat out disagree with him about?
Well, I mean, we've both discussed Star Wars. I mean,
Sure.
We both love that one big time. And we spoke about, I mean, he actually mentioned a couple of the movies which are on my wall behind me there. The Godfather is an incredible film. Taxi Driver is an incredible film. And, you know, he mentioned there a lot of Italian influences, Francis Ford Coppola, Martin Scorsese. So I guess those three would be a big one. Brian De Palma had an influence in Star Wars. So I guess those ones would be a big three.
Anyone you disagreed about that you've heard him talk to maybe me or another guest about, and you're like, dude, no.
I will say one.
Sure.
Definitely Halloween. I mean, it is a good film. I'm not saying it isn't a good film.
I might have one on my side. It's a miracle.
However, it is a little bit dated by now. It's just a little bit on the fence on that one. I'll say that.
He just recently put something up on, I think it was Facebook, where he said you have to think of Halloween as the Clerks of horror movies because of the low budget or whatever. And that's kind of got me looking at it a little bit different than I had previously. So and
there's a charm. There is a charm to it.
Sure.
There is something to be liked about it. However, I'm not sure if it's aged quite as well as everyone thinks it has. In my humble opinion. This
is Rico's birthday celebration. You just gave me the best present possible because now I have someone on my side. No. Any of his impressions you like or dislike?
I was astounded by Seth Rogen. I could not believe that was brilliant, that one.
Really?
I love it.
Okay. I think his Pacino is better than his Rogen, personally. But
I haven't heard his Pacino. I have got to hear this now. I love Pacino. I mean, anyone who can do Pacino well, yes, I've got to hear that because I love it.
With no disrespect to Rico, because it's going to sound like I'm busting his balls, but it's very similar to Ralph's, in terms of the lines. Like, he doesn't go deep into the lines. It's a lot of, like, the ooh-ah and what a nice ass and that, the typical stuff that we get from Garmin.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, there's that, and then what's the other one that I like that he does? There's his Rogen's not bad, but there's another one he does really well. You know what? His Mark Hamill Joker is really good.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love the Mark Hamill Joker. I mean, anyone who can do that well, fair play to them, because that is a great voice to nail down.
Yeah, and Rico really does a good job with that. I give him a hard time about his impressions because he's so proud of them, and he should be for the most part, because I can't do impressions worth of shit. So the fact that he can alter his voice that way is impressive. But I love to give him a hard time about his John C. Reilly because he does a John C. Reilly.
I gotta say, I quite like the John C. Reilly. I heard him do that one the other day. I was quite happy with that one. That was a good one.
Fair enough. All right. Well, hey, listen, man. Why don't you give Rico some birthday wishes, and we'll get out of your way because I know it's late over there. Thank you.
It's not a problem at all, Rico. Very happy birthday from across the pond. I'll say this: the love from the UK is over to the Italian in America. How's that for you?
There you
go. Much love to you. Happy birthday to you.
All right. Thanks, Henry. Take it easy, buddy.
Very welcome. Take care of yourself. Happy birthday, Rico. See you later, man.
Okay, so our next guests for Rico's birthday surprise are the wonderful ladies of the Body Count podcast, Jess and Bethany. How are you guys?
Hey.
Fantastic. I'm just saying, like, my producer doesn't need 10 seconds of silence.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry that...
With you. I'm fucking with you. I'm
Yes.
fucking with you. Because I'm
Especially that
there.
I
You know why? Because
Why?
you pulled me away from the United States Open. So
Well,
you
I think
pulled me away from golf.
Rico's birthday is slightly more important than golf.
I think you're
I
right.
agree.
Right.
You know, he only turns 28 once, presumably, depending on your belief in reincarnation.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, Jesus Christ, am I that old? Okay, that was a funny joke. Good for you.
No, well, he actually is turning 28, so...
He is turning 28,
Really?
Jessica.
Is that
But
for
yes.
real?
Yeah, he's going to be 28 when he hears this.
Oh, Jesus, I'm 1,000 then.
Okay,
No,
I'm-
you're not. Jessica, shut up. I'm older than you.
And I'm pretty certain I'm older than both of you.
by half a year.
Oh, CJ.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
okay.
pretty certain I'm older than both of you. So, come on now.
You non-millennial.
No, I'm definitely a Gen Xer, and I'm pretty proud of it.
I would be proud too.
So you masturbated to Kurt Cobain a lot, right?
No, no.
Screwing with you. I'm screwing with
I
you.
know
I'm
this.
sorry.
Do you think I'm really upset? Have we not talked enough?
Yes,
this
we know each other well enough. But
Okay.
I just like to put it out there for your viewership that I'm not this big of a C word.
Well, that's to be
What-
debatable.
That's
Jessica.
debatable.
You're exactly
Wow.
right. I mean, that's not necessarily true.
They,
Uh,
the listeners did hear the Podiversary episode, if you recall. So,
I don't give a shit.
God. Jeez.
Bethany, I know the answer to this question for Jess, but did you listen, Bethany?
I did actually. I liked some of the people that were on it too.
Good.
It was really long. It took me a while, but I listened.
Well, it's almost 5 hours in length, so I can imagine.
It took me a bit, but I did it. I made it through, and there wasn't a whole lot. I actually learned about people's books, and other people were doing all kinds of movies and talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. And
Yep.
I was like, cool. And I know I don't listen to some of your episodes because you guys talk a lot about movies that I have never seen before. But I did listen to that one, so yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jess, you look
okay,
like you were going to
so
say something.
can I... Wait, what did you ask her?
I just asked her if she listened to the episode, because I know you didn't, because you don't listen to anything you're on. You've said that.
If you edit this out, I swear to God, because I'm doing a slow clap followed by la-ti-da.
About what? what did I get that? I've gotten that 2 recordings in a row now, and I don't know what I earned it for this time.
Oh, I know what Jess's answer is going to be. I just don't listen to myself. I don't listen to myself. I don't
Well,
want to
that's-
listen to myself.
That's why I said it. It wasn't meant to be shitty. I just know you don't like to listen to yourself, so I knew you weren't listening.
It was passive aggressive.
It was not passive aggressive.
Jessica,
I'm
she's just trying to
screwing
start a
along.
fight.
I'm
No,
just
she's
trying
just
to start a fight.
This
I'm
is
in
so
that
like,
mood. I apologize.
I know what mood this is too, CJ.
yeah.
I'm telling you.
Well,
Oh, Jessica, stop.
we should be talking about Rico. This is Rico's birthday. So, anything you
Yes.
guys want to say to Rico in his 28th year?
I cannot believe he's only 28. I want to wish you a happy freaking birthday. You're funny as hell. I love you, man. You're awesome. You're cool. And I hope the day is stellar.
Jess?
Rico, you're only 28 years old. So piss off, first off.
Wow.
I hope you Die, you young bitch. I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
come on now.
Just kidding.
Would not have
Obviously,
expected-
I'm kidding. I love you very much. I laugh very hard at you and all episodes that do not include me within them. I loved your commentary on, I laughed so hard at your commentary about, what am I thinking? Back to the Future. I laughed hilariously. That was
Nice.
absolutely fantastic. But on top of that, I laughed very hard at you, to your podcast. I think you're great at what you do, and I very much enjoy it.
Well, thank you. I think I can speak for Rico and say that we both appreciate that. We work really hard to bring an entertaining podcast, so thank you.
Of course.
I love you, Rico, but am I done blowing you now?
Yes. Okay, I'm not quite sure how we transition from that, but I'm going to do my best. Who better than our old friend Midnight Smoke? What's going on, Steve?
Yo, what up?
Oh, hitting that bong way early. All right.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's a special occasion, man. I gotta hit it early.
Fuck yeah, dude. We got to have for Rico's birthday, man. So,
Exactly.
Thanks for coming on, dude. We appreciate it.
Of course. No, this is a freaking honor, man. To be called back for a special occasion like this for Rico, I'm actually pretty honored. I know we're supposed to be honoring him and all, but it made me feel good. So I want to say, Rico, thank you for making me feel good on your birthday.
There you go, man. Check you out. It's really like Chris, Chris Kim, Vegas Face and Base. Like he's always talked about like the big thing about doing the podcast is not about getting famous and making money. And look, Rico and I are aiming for that, of course. But the reward we've already gotten is like all these cool people we've gotten to meet, you and Chris and Driscoll and Jay out in Australia, and you just tons of people that I know I'm forgetting. Beth and Jess from Body Count, some of the people that have been on this thing already. So it's just been awesome, man. Like it's been a really cool experience. But that said, like you said, this is honoring Rico. So I know you like fucking binged PodAskew after you heard us the first time. Is there any moments or impressions or anything that Rico's done that's really like stood out, or even if it's something you hated, just bust his chops, like go for it.
Oh God, yeah, like his voice, it's off the
That's
chart, man.
terrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
I know,
no.
it's gross. No. I freaking, there's so much, there really is, and I know. Like, I've only known you guys for so little a time, but I've also known you for an extended period of time, listening to your show in the catalog.
Sure. Yeah.
There's so much. I mean, obviously, I'm going to go right for the show that you guys had me on, because the interaction between the two of you, and then me actually being there live to experience Rico's genius is amazing.
Yeah, it's funny, like, he doesn't give himself enough credit that way. Really, he doesn't. Like, and... it was even proven to me, not that I had a doubt to begin with, but when we did the Afterburn show, because Rico's voice just breaks through that crowd, and like I realized that if I don't have him there to kind of be like the bulldozer in a scenario like that, like I'm useless. Whereas when
You'll sit back.
Right, but he can break through, and then I can feed off Rico, and that allows us to participate, and that's not a knock at Afterburner how they do things, but it's just such a large crowd that,
It's chaotic. So, it's straight up chaos there, which it's hard, especially being over Skype too, on top of it, trying to get in. But when he came in, though, that last 15, 20 minutes, he was vocal.
Yeah, he was, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I need my hetero life mate. Like, I need that to be able to break through. So it's really an honor to get to do the show with him. Like, I've always appreciated it, like that's not anything I've ever like taken for granted, but like that moment with Afterburn kind of like solidified, like, yeah, I need Rico to do this, so, even this, you hear me struggling, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have my man to feed back off of there. That sounded worse than I meant it, but that's all right.
I mean, I don't want to judge, man. I'm not a person to judge. I'm like, hey, if it makes you happy and it's not hurting anybody, do it.
Hey, don't do that. But no, is there any like because we've gotten a lot of compliments on his impersonation. Do you have one you like in particular, or do you remember?
He did two that I'm aware of.
Oh, he does a bunch. I don't know if he's got a couple. He's got a couple he keeps going back to. He goes back to John C. Reilly a lot. He goes to Rogan a lot. He does a version of Hamill's Joker.
Yep, I've heard the Joker one because I remember that sticking out to me.
Well, I know you're a huge Batman guy, so I can imagine that sticking out. Yeah.
I remember that because I was like, oh, all right, pretty good.
His Hamill Joker is really good. It really is.
Seriously, I wasn't expecting it because I hear people do impressions a lot of it. And I'm like, okay, there's a couple people like Scooby Doo, he's one that can do it really well.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right. And I'm listening, I'm like, oh shit, okay. You know what? All right, he can probably do voice acting. I mean, that's the thing too. Rico actually has a voice for voice over it, like voice acting. Like not even like doing shticks and stuff or different characters. Like his voice, like, dude, I could put his voice on a condom commercial in an instant. It would not be hard. Well, I mean, it'd be hard, but
I don't know if condoms are the first thing I want to think of when I hear Rico's voice, but I get the point you're making.
So you guys don't use condoms?
What's that?
There's no condoms?
I just don't want to think about it when I hear his voice. It's funny because I'm the guy that he wants to do voiceover, but he wants to do like you're talking about, like animation. I want to do the commercials. Like that's the guy. I want to be the guy that's like, if you've had an erection for more than 4 hours, you should probably go to the hospital. Like that's the job I want. You don't
want to strain your vocal cords too hard.
Well, I don't
squeezing out like higher or lower voices.
No, I can do a little bit of that stuff, but I don't have the vocal talent he does. Like I don't, but he's also, and he'll tell you like that's not him. He'll be modest about it, in that he has spent the time training that. That's not just like a natural gift. He's, you know what I mean? Like he's worked at that for years, if not decades at this point, although he's only 28, asshole.
Little bastard.
Yeah. I think everybody on this episode is older than him, except...
I was just thinking that. Why are we all praising the young one and shit?
Respect your elders, motherfucker! But yeah, no, we got to give Rico some love. Plus, he's been through some shit this year, so I think that's another...
Holy shit. That's been fucking nuts.
Yeah. So, but, I'm glad we're able to really give him some love and let him know that we all care about him. Like, I don't know how I'm going to top this next year, but I'll figure that out in 2020.
It'll be a live meetup one or something. We're all surprised. Everybody who was on this pod, we're all going to get together. Listen, I'm in charge of this rodeo, all right? And all you clowns can get in these buckets, and we are going to all meet up next year. Somewhere close to me, because I'm fucking old and tired and broke.
I don't think you're oldest, though, for what it's worth, in the group. I don't think you're the oldest one of us. But that's all right. We're spread out like motherfuckers between Canada and you and me and, Alabama and shit.
Everybody's everywhere. It's nuts.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, it's crazy.
But think of it this way, too. I know you wanted to do a podcast. This is how you wanted to start. You wanted to do a podcast hearing Kevin Smith, going through the whole thing. Why not? Just do it. Get out there. It's a therapy. It's good for you. And you put it out there.
Yeah.
And one person answered you, and no joke, how quick did you guys click together?
Oh, pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, well, and I just wanted to give credit to other people words too. He's not the only one that answered me, but his answer was the most unique. And that's what drew me to talking to him. Like, everyone else pitched me ideas, right? And that was cool. They had some good ideas. Like, I'm not shitting on anyone else's thing.
Right.
Rico already was doing his YouTube channel. You've seen that, right? Rico's Rants? Yeah. So he sent me a link and said, here's my YouTube channel. Check it out if you like it. And that was it. There was no pitch. There was nothing. And
That's awesome, too. I love it.
I pulled it up. I watched like 2 episodes, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is the guy I want to talk to. And I hit him up back, and I was like, dude, I watched a couple rants. Like it. Let's connect and just see what happens. And, here we are 54 episodes later.
So freaking awesome.
Yeah,
but right
dude.
there, it just shows you, too. It's like, how many people just were like, you know what? Just out of the blue, I don't know you. Yeah, here's my information. I'd like to do a show with you.
Dude, he gave me his number within 10 minutes of talking. Like, that's fucking guts, because I could have been
crazy,
some
man. You could be a
psycho fuck.
stalker.
Right, yeah, so... Turns out I'm not, which is good, but so...
You say that, but you've been doing how many episodes? 54? He doesn't know yet.
Yeah, he doesn't know. Yeah, I'm pretty
Wait
good
till
at
you get to
hiding.
100, then it's
Right,
right.
that's when the psycho bitch comes out. That's when I just, like the horns in my eyes turn red,
It gets all nuts at that point. I hit him up earlier today. No joke. I was at my desk, avoiding as much work as possible, and the boss, because I didn't feel like doing shit.
Don't we all?
And I was like, a sequel, a good a good remake of an old movie. So I hit him up, and I'm like, you know what, dude? Gremlins. You remember Gremlins? And he came up with some cool shit, and then Gremlins 2 got in there, and I'm just like, I want to hear his full thing now, because I love when he breaks down things like that with the movies and shit.
Yeah, he's got a gift, man, and you're not the only person to credit him on that. There's a couple other people in here that, because of the order I think I'm going to put this in, I'm not going to say because I want him to hear it when it gets there, but there are a couple other people that shared the same sentiment with you, so we'll let him hear it. But yeah, dude, man, his knowledge base is sick.
Right.
It's
ridiculous. It's like, how the fuck? Like, okay, I know a lot of shit, but it's random, stupid shit that nobody, like, I know parts on the aircraft and shit I used to work on and how the torque values of certain things, but I couldn't tell you, like, who the fuck is the treasurer? I don't know, like this, like important shit. I wouldn't know that stuff.
But to be fair, Smoke, you smoked a lot of that away too. I mean, let's be real now.
Okay, to be fair, my memory was shit beforehand. My partner will tell you, my podcast partner, because I really didn't start smoking weed until I started hanging out with him more. He's the one who started it all.
Oh, well,
I smoked, not as much.
Do we thank him or give him shit? I'm not sure.
No, 100% thanks. Oh god, my life is so much better. But no, it's insane, like what he can keep in his head and then reference. I mean, with the exception of the Justin Trudeau part. I mean, how the hell? Like, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm letting him go. I'm trying to be quiet the whole time, and I'm just like, are you sure? And I'm trying to give him that. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I should think about it for a few more seconds.
No.
But he kept like not even defending it. He just kept saying that's who it was, and I'm just like, dude, Justin Trudeau's the Prime Minister of Canada, man.
That was classic.
That was probably my favorite. You know what? That was my favorite moment.
That's your favorite moment.
That is my favorite moment right there.
Sounds good, man. Well, why don't you give Rico a little bit more like birthday love, and we'll wrap up and call it a night.
Sounds good, Rico. Happy birthday, man. You made it. Well, you made it a little bit. You're still young and shit. So when you start complaining about pain, don't worry about it. It gets worse. I just want to say you are fucking entertaining. When I said that you guys are one of the top podcasts on my list, it's true. And you are half the reason. I mean, you're a third of the reason. We'll say CJ's the other third, and I got to be a third because I had to download it. So I had to do something. I need some credit here. But I want to say happy birthday, and this one's for you, man. Later, man. Happy birthday.
Okay, so we have a very special guest to the birthday bonanza here. This is the one guest I think, probably that has not actually been on the show before. So that'll be different. I'd like to welcome. I probably should have asked this before we started, but I'm going to welcome Cat Ears, and if you want to share your real name, feel free.
My real name is Jamie, but people call me Cat all the time. Or Cat Ears, so, whatever works for you is fine with me.
I'm good with both, and I actually did hear Kevin call you by your real name on the last Fat Man Beyond. But, so for those of you not familiar, Cat Ears, the way I know you, actually, we connected via Twitter, but I knew of you before Twitter from Fat Man Beyond. And if you watch Fat Man Beyond instead of just listening to it, you'll see a woman running around with headphones on that are glowing various colors with cat ears on the top, and that would be Jamie. So,
yep, that is me. It was funny, like, because Kevin would always call me Cat Ears, and I remember getting something signed once, and I'm like, I do have a name. And then after that, he made a point to call me Jamie, and so he totally threw that in my face, like, because I was flipping him shit, and then he's like, okay, Jamie. So he'll call me both now, and it's all cool, but I guess I came off a little snooty when I said that.
Well,
it was really funny.
he's also a Jersey boy, and we tend to do that when people come at us. So I think I know where he's coming from.
It was all good fun. It was fine, but yeah. So now he'll call me either or. But yeah, I know he knows my name, and so that's all good. But
the fact that he knows your name is very awesome. I'm jealous, and I'm sure Rico is too. And we would love to have you back to discuss all that in detail sometime, and we'll certainly have you for that. But the purpose of today,
sounds good.
Yeah, the purpose of today is to have you on to say you wanted to say happy birthday to Rico. We have been talking about it. I've been telling you about this little surprise that I was putting together, and you said you wanted to participate. So here we are. So I know you're a newer listen to the show. You're still kind of catching up and whatever, and that's fine because we have a lot of content to catch up on. What have you heard that you liked? Anything that Rico's maybe done or said, or anything that stands out for you?
I love Rico's take on horror movies in general, but Halloween especially. I was arguing with the dialogue, like I was there, like no, this, it got me that into it. It was really awesome. Like I felt like I was there, and we do share a lot of the same viewpoints, and some we don't. But that was like my favorite thing about him and what he said. So I really like that.
He will absolutely love hearing that because it is his mission now to get everyone on the planet to hate me because of my take on Halloween. So he will love that.
Well, okay, let's say, can I say happy birthday now? Is that a good time?
Please.
Okay, happy birthday, Rico. Keep up your Halloweening. I think we can pressure the world to watch it and see our viewpoint, but maybe not CJ, and that's okay. Everybody has their own. But still, happy birthday. I'm so glad that I get to say this to you, and hopefully I'll get to see you in person soon one day. Happy birthday, Rico.
All right, hey guys. So now we got the winners of Cinema Wars. We've got Chris and OC from the Dave Podcast. Want to bring them in and give them a chance to say hi to Rico. What's going on, guys?
Hey man, how's it going?
Good. Wait,
Did we lose OC?
It's muted, but he's there.
My pocket pressed mute.
There you
There
go.
we go.
All right. Hey, here we are.
What's up, man?
How you guys doing?
Happy birthday, Rico.
Yeah, I gave this really heartfelt speech, but the thing was muted, so you didn't get to hear it. So happy birthday.
Yeah.
That was. I can't remember it. I mean, I was reading a poem, but when I was done, I crumpled it up and threw it away. It was good, man. It was just know in your heart. They say it's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
The thought was phenomenal.
That's
funny when people talk about that, like with a gift, they're like, yeah, it's the thought that counts. Because I really hope that's not the case. Because normally I'm like, fuck, I got to get this asshole a gift, or like the thoughts are usually very negative, and if it's the thought that counts, then I shouldn't.
Yeah, it's totally the thought that counts. Don't be that motherfucker.
Man.
Put some time and energy into a gift. If you're going to get a gift, if you're going to spend the time to do it, put some time and energy into it.
No, but even if you do, that thought is like, fuck, I got to go do this.
Okay, let me ask you, what's worse, getting a small gift that's thoughtful, or getting a shitty gift that you know that they bought just because they had to?
I would say
man.
A gift you have to return, period, is the worst.
Thoughtful doesn't necessarily mean a good gift, though, because it could be like, hey, I got you eczema cream because, you got eczema. I put a lot of thought into it, and your fucking ugly face needs this zit cream or whatever. Like, that's thoughtful, but it's cruel.
Exactly, but which is worse? Like, if you get that shitty gift or if you get that thoughtful gift?
Well, you know the answer? The worst one is what I got Rico. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But if it's the thought that counts, it's all positive, because I didn't have any negative emotion about buying him anything. Like if I had gone out and bought him something, I'd have been like, ugh. So if it's the thought that counts, nothing but happy thoughts for Rico on his birthday.
Hey, man, can I come in on your gift?
Yeah, absolutely. Hop in on these happy thoughts, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to come in for half.
It's going to cost you $75.
I had to have you guys a part of this though, especially because Rico jokes about this still, OC, that you're his nemesis. So,
I think it's funny because, I like to joke that he's my nemesis, but Rico is like one of the nicest guys, and I'd like to think I'm a pretty nice guy too. So we're pretty shitty at being like nemesis.
I think that's what makes it work, to be honest with you.
I know.
Man.
Neither of us are mean enough to actually pull it off.
Right. No, I think it's just a running gag from the whole Ryan Johnson lookalike thing from Cinema Wars.
Yeah. We're nemesis, nemesis. The way Spock and Bones are, you know?
Yes.
You know what we need a new nemesis since we lost Dave the podcast.
We do.
Yeah, we used to have a nemesis because our podcast was called the Dave Podcast. And just by sheer coincidence, there was another podcast out there called the Dave Podcast. And so we blindly reached out to them, and turned out those two guys lived here in Los Angeles too. And so we had a nice little rivalry going for over like 3 or 4 episodes.
Nice.
You pick like David Barry or David Sedaris or
no, they picked
Dave.
They picked who was it? David Attenborough to come on the show.
I mean, but for us, for a nemesis, we could go. Who's that Dave that has 1 billion podcasts?
Dave Ramsey. We got to take that guy down.
Yep. Oh yeah, he's going down. I'm gonna Me Too his ass on Twitter.
Dave. All right. I just wanted to have you guys on. I wanted you to. We're trying to put this thing together for Rico for his birthday, so I appreciate you guys coming on. If you have anything else you want to say to him before we get going.
Rico is a wonderful guy, and he was there for me recently. I was going through some tough times, and he reached out. He's a good dude, and I'm honored to call him a friend. And happy birthday to you, my friend.
Hey, OC, can I come in on half of that?
Yeah. Here, I'll do the happy part. You do the birthday part. You ready?
Okay, cool. I got it ready.
Happy
birthday.
When I say happy, you say birthday. Happy
birthday.
Oh, that's great. All right, guys.
Happy birthday, buddy. Happy 28th, man.
Yep. Thanks. Happy birthday, Rico. This is probably the umpteenth time I've said that on this thing, but who knows? Thanks for coming on, guys. We really appreciate it. All right, it wouldn't be a birthday celebration if we didn't bring in the PodAskew family, for fuck's sake. I mean, come on now. And so I have to have my beautiful, lovely fiance Debbie on. Hi, honey.
Hi, baby.
How are you?
I'm good.
We're here putting this thing together for Rico. Thank you, by the way, for putting up with me over the last however many weeks I've been putting this thing together.
Absolutely.
But we can't afford to send him something, so I figured this is the next best thing.
Anything for the PodAskew family.
Yeah. So we're just here, and she's been on board from the beginning, meaning you, and supporting the show. So I'd like to thank you again for that. We did that before, but anything you want to say to Rico?
I just want to say happy birthday, happy 28th birthday, and enjoy your 20s while you still have them.
Yeah, the 2 more years.
Yes.
Motherfucker, I'm going to be 40 next year. Bastard. Even his girlfriend's... He's the only one in his 20s. What the fuck?
Yeah, he is. He's a youngin'.
Yeah.
He's a baby compared to us.
Yeah, right? So.
Damn it.
Okay, we could not do a birthday surprise for Rico without the very special guest of one Matty Granger. What's up, brother?
Hey, homeboy, I got your stickers.
Good. Oh, you like them?
I got the stickers. I'm going to start slapping them all over everything.
Every studio lot you're on, just smack right there.
There will be a PodAskew sticker stuck all over it.
That's awesome.
I'll find out where Kevin Smith parks his car over on Heroes of Tomorrow or whatever it's called. Just slap it on his parking spot.
Oh, is that the project he announced? Because he won't say the name of it, but he said he and Mark Bernard got on a project.
Oh, I don't know. I know he was up here directing that for television. I knew that. He'd come up here and done some. I think he'd done some Flash and some of Heroes of Tomorrow. I think he'd done a bunch of that stuff. Yeah, I saw him downtown one day driving around. I was like, there's Kevin Smith, obviously.
I don't think he's done Legends. I think you're thinking of a Legend of Tomorrow. He hasn't done that, but he's done Flash and Supergirl. So that's what he's been up there doing. So
yep, they keep Vancouver's people eating.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
feeding motherfuckers the way he tells a story. Like he goes over to like, I think it's like an A&W place and buys like 300 hamburgers at a pop. So
that's very sweet,
and just hands it out to the crew and cast.
That's hilarious. That's awesome.
So, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Rico and his birthday.
Talk about Rico.
Yeah. So
nice. Rico's Roughnecks. That's us.
Motherfuckers turning 28, Maddie. If we could only be 28 again, right?
Oh my God! If I were 28 again, I'd have no career. What would I be doing? If I were 28, I would have just quit my band, and I would have been like, it would have been pre-film. No. I would have been that was my first year of film, really.
Starting X-Men, if my math serves
Yeah, we
me.
would have been. Yeah, exactly. We would have been doing that. Yeah. So happy birthday, Rico. There's lots of hope ahead.
There you go. Actually,
absolutely.
I'll share with you. We're going to be doing an X-Men deep dive soon. So, like, the whole franchise from your movie all the way through. Maybe excluding Dark Phoenix because I don't know if I will have seen it yet, but yeah, basically all the way through. So
I hear it's really garbage. Is what I heard.
Yeah.
It was the rumor that I heard going around.
I think Rico saw it, but I haven't gotten to talk to him about it yet. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I haven't waged war with that one quite yet. No, I haven't. To be honest with you, I haven't seen any of the new ones. Like I've just been like, sort of like, no, okay, I'll just live with my nice memories. And
yeah, right. Well, I mean, it's got to be a different monster for you because of your experience. I will briefly say because we're actually, like I said, here to talk about Rico, but I will briefly say that the ones with McAvoy have not been terrible, especially the first two. But anyway, that's beside the point. So, you actually have quasi a longer relationship with Rico than I do because you guys have been talking on Facebook before I met him. So,
oh man, me and him are always shooting the breeze.
Yeah.
We're shooting the breeze all the time.
By the way,
and he's now onto my Twitter, which is fun.
Yes. Yeah, he loves following your Twitter. And so do I, for what it's worth. I do. It's a fun follow. And anyone listening, at Reverend Maddie, go fucking follow that handle. That's a fun thing to watch. Because only you could get attacked by OJ and live. But anyway.
Oh, yeah, exactly, right?
Anyway, so... do you have anything like a memory or anything about Rico you want to share? A conversation you guys have had, or?
Oh my gosh, we've had so many. I don't know, man. I've been trying to block my memories of Rico.
Oh well, I do that all the time, but I'm forced to talk to him weekly.
No, man, Rico is just this great dude who, like, is one of those dudes who, is always up for a convo. He's always up for, he's always up for a laugh. He's a dude who fucking gets it. He's always sort of on the ball with what he does. Yeah. And he's a smart dude, man. And his knowledge of movies is extensive and it's good. And it's like, I like both of you guys but Rico's my favorite.
No, well, that's fair. That's fair. No, I know, dude. I know, but it's
his birthday. On your birthday, I'll say the same thing.
All right, well, there you go. No, but it is fair because his knowledge base, like you said, I mean, that's a real. I give him shit because it's fun and that's part of what we do.
Right.
But like at the end of the day, his knowledge base is ridiculous. And
it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. He knows so much. He's like schooling me on stuff most of the time. And the thing is too, is like he worked in a video store, right?
He still does. Yeah.
Honest, I swear to God, I worked in a video store for a long time and it was like pre-film career, long time. And if that is like one of the best places to learn, if you're into film and you want to learn about stuff, that is the best place you can be. So he's in the right spot, doing the right thing, watching all the stuff and gaining the knowledge. And he probably has a filmmaker brain and just hasn't quite realized it yet.
Yeah,
that's probably what it is.
I would agree. I mean, the other thing, and he's talked about this on episodes past, so I'm not putting anything in the ether, but he suffers from really bad migraines. And,
that's horrifying. My brother does too.
And when he was younger, they were so debilitating, he would lose huge chunks of time at school.
Oh my God.
So he would spend time at home just watching movies. And that's where a lot of his knowledge base comes from, is just that was his relief from these headaches. So yeah.
Oof! I do not envy that at all. That is migraines and like bad headaches. I had an ex-girlfriend too. Like I would have to rush her to the hospital in the middle of the night. Her migraines are so bad. So that's a torturous affliction to have, man. So I hope that ends for him very, very soon.
They seem to have gotten better in the time I've known him. I don't think that's coincidental. I do. But but he is getting better from what I can tell. So, but that's where his knowledge base comes from. And you're right. It is really extensive and impressive. I also
thing is, too, is like, it's not only the knowledge base, it's his actual knowledge base of filmmaking, because the guy is very much, he can tell shit from Shinola really easily, and it's like, and that's something that, not a lot of people have that gauge. Like I know filmmakers, like filmmaker friends who, but like, I really like that. And I was like, what? I'm like, you did? I'm like, you can like whatever you want, but come on. Like, and where Rico seems to has the understanding of filmmaking where he can go, editing here is weird, or like this is weird, or that's weird, that doesn't work, that clashes with that, blah blah blah. So he's got that filmmaker side to him.
My only thing with that though, Maddie, to be very honest with you, is like it, and I've joked with him about this on episodes, so if you go back you'll hear it, but he's ruined movies for me because like I could dismiss crap. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, not full-on piece of shit movie, but like little stuff that might irk him, I would just be like, oh, well, it's a movie and I'm just here to enjoy myself, or whatever.
Right, yeah.
And because of him and doing this show, I'm at a point now where I'm like, oh, that's terrible.
That's what happened. Me having a film career ruined my ability to enjoy movies.
I'm
sure. It really did. Like, it's like the same thing. It's like, you know too much, and then you're like, ugh. Every time you see something that doesn't, you're like, oh no.
Yeah. The other thing I would like to mention since I've got you here is like Rico. One of the things I love about the guy is he is fearless when it comes to going after guests. Like,
oh yeah,
I mean that's
for sure.
I know you don't consider yourself a celebrity. That's a debate for another day. But the point is, he was the one to reach out to you and was like, dude, come on our show. And that's,
I was stoked that he did that. I was stoked that he did that. It was great. That first show we were on, that long one, that was so much fun. You know what I mean? There was so much getting talked about and so much geeking going on. And it was like my favorite thing in the world. And I really appreciated that you guys gave me the chance to come on. That was awesome.
Oh, dude, and if we could ever squeeze 3 hours out of your schedule, we would do it again in a heartbeat, So,
it's just, it's been a busy year. This has been a bit of a wonky one. It's been very strange. Well, so it's been tough to get time.
But he's the one that got his Marilyn Gigliotti for Clerks, and
right on.
And we'll have come out right after this is we're interviewing Scott Schiaffo, the Chuli's Gum guy. He's coming on. And now, and you want to talk about big brass ones, he's going after Mark Hamill, like hardcore.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, so.
That would be amazing. I think that'd be great. Mark Hamill is just, what's great about Mark Hamill is that he's so engaging with people. Like, it's really, really, for a guy of like, he's Mark Hamill, like he's not like,
right.
He's not, for him to just engage so many people in such a clever and funny way all the time is so fucking cool. And so you never know, like it might be one of those things that like he might just take a liking, you never know.
Yeah.
And like, it's hard because you can't gauge what a person is, but you know what, if you guys got Mark Hamill, that would be absolutely amazing. That would be so great. I can't even imagine how much fun that would be.
I'll tell you, I'd probably be shitting my pants the whole time, but that's...
Yeah, I would too. I would too.
But Rico's mentality on it is if we don't try, he can't say no. Do you know what I mean? Like
the barking dog is the one that gets fed, man.
Exactly. So that's what he's going for. So that's one of the things I love about doing this thing with Rico, because he is just relentless, but not in that annoying, like, restraining order kind of way, but
right,
like, but he'll try, like I wouldn't be surprised if he went after like Scorsese next, just because.
I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked. And you know what? You might as well.
Yeah, and that's how he
What's the worst that can happen? The guy says no.
Exactly.
He files a restraining order, and you go to prison. And you get your face all over the TV.
And he gets famous anyway, so we
exactly.
You
get famous.
But
you'd be like king of comedy.
Yeah, Right. I know you got to get moving.
Scorsese's best movie ever.
What one? I didn't hear you.
King of Comedy.
Oh, no, I have not seen that. I'm sure Rico has, but I have not.
This is what you're going to do tonight. It's right now. What time is it where you are?
Almost 10 o'clock.
All right, you've got time still. You're going to go find King of Comedy and watch it tonight. It is the best of Scorsese.
All right. I will make that my mission.
There you go, brother.
I know you got to get moving. Do you want to say anything to Rico directly for his birthday before we sign off?
I would like to say thank you to Rico for being so kind and generous to me. And I would like to wish him a big, enormous happy birthday and many, 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 many future ones. And I look forward to the day where we can do this in studio together.
Okay, so for this guest, it's one of our favorite fucking people in the world. And she has been wonderful to grace us with her presence yet again. April's back from the Great White North. Hi!
Hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Great.
Good.
Totally great. I'm almost done my work day, so it's a good thing.
Yep, definitely. And considering you seem to never stop working, the fact that there's an end to your work day is pretty good for you.
Yeah, I pretty much work all the time.
Yeah.
It's my schedule.
Well, and the fact that you were able to fit some time into to wish Rico a happy birthday, I'm sure he's going to be very appreciative of.
I'm so glad that I didn't miss the opportunity because I would feel pretty shitty because he's been there for me, so I've carved out some time for him. It's only fair.
Oh, absolutely. And by the way, as his hetero life mate, I would honestly like to really thank you because, and I won't get into the details because that's not our listeners' business, but I know that you have been there for him quite a few times yourself, and it means the world to me that he has someone that he can go to besides me and obviously Stephanie.
Yeah,
but,
totally. It's good to have people that have your back, right?
Yes, absolutely. Having people is a good thing.
It works both ways.
Totally.
Because I will get messages from him if I'm posting in the middle of the night when I can't sleep, which is always nice when there's someone there at 3 a.m. when you can't sleep, which happens a lot to me. So
and to Rico as well. So kind of
there
works out. And also,
misery loves company,
right? It also helps that you guys are in the same time zone. Like you and I, as much as we enjoy conversing, we've got a 3-hour time difference between us, so that makes it a little more difficult. But
definitely.
If you are up at 3:30 having trouble sleeping, know that I'm just getting up for work, so I would be available. So for what that's worth.
So next time I wake up at 3:30 in the morning, I'll bug you.
There you go. But today is not about me. Today is about Rico. So is there anything you would like to say? I mean, obviously you guys talk quite a bit, but is there anything you would like to share with him that will be great for this?
I mean, mostly I just want to say happy birthday and that I appreciate him, and I'm glad that we've connected online. When is his actual birthday? I don't actually know.
Well, it's the date is June 27th, the date that people are hearing this. So
I mean, so I hope he has the most amazing day and enjoys everything everyone has to say about him. And because it's his birthday, I know when I was last on, we kind of talked about having a competition about who is funnier.
Yes.
So I'm going to give it to Rico because happy fucking birthday.
Oh, while that's gracious of you, I don't know that it's fair, but
life's not fair.
Well, that's true.
The sooner you accept that, the happier we will all be.
That's fair.
But that's his birthday present from me to him.
I think
not a pity vote. I mean, genuinely, you guys are both pretty funny. I wouldn't listen to the podcast if you weren't. But
thank you.
There we go.
I think you do owe him a true karaoke at some point. I'm not saying right now, but in general. Yes. You do, because you took the cheap way out last time. No judgments.
Well, I mean, come on. That I had a bit of a rough day. So,
no worries.
I didn't feel like singing very much. Maybe a lot of yelling and screaming. I don't know if that would have gone over quite as well. So, I'll make sure to pop on there one Friday.
You could have gone Alanis Morissette. I think that would have covered it. But anyway, that's and that's not even a Canadian joke. I just realized it as I said it, but no, I'm just going with the angry woman singing thing.
Yeah, definitely. I was a bit of a angry, sad, bastardy woman that day.
Oh, it happens sometimes. So,
but I did enjoy listening to him sing. He had submitted his post a day early. I feel like that's against the rules.
Well, it does what you can when you have a crazy work schedule, and you know what a crazy work schedule is like. So
I do. I'm well versed.
I keep telling him he needs to go on like America's Got Talent because I really think he would do well, but he thinks I'm crazy. So,
well, I mean, reality shows are a whole other can of worms, that's for sure. But as long as he enjoys it.
They are, and that's a whole nother conversation. But if it puts $1 million in his pocket and a new career, then hey, more power to him, right? So
totally.
But all right, well, I know you have things you need to do or you want to do. So why don't you give Rico one more well wish, and we'll let you on your way.
Okay, happiest of birthday, Rico. I hope that you have an amazing day and that this is the best year yet for you.
So our last guest is our wonderful fan from Down Under, Jay. She didn't join us in person, but she did send another letter in for me to read to you, Rico. So this is from Jay. Hey, Rico, it's Jay from Sydney again. I was hoping I'd get an opportunity to wish the happiest of birthdays to our superhero and favorite real-life clerk, Rico. Or is it Henry? Laughing out loud. May your 28th year of life bring you loads of loot, laughter, luck, and a whole lot of love. May you imbibe and indulge on so many sweet treats and birthday cake that your sugar rush lasts a whole year through. Whilst have only discovered the awesomeness of you and PodAskew a few brief months ago now, you've become such an intricate part of my life, both as podcasters, but more importantly, friends. I have trouble recalling what it was that I did on my Monday morning commute to work prior to discovering you two and the always funny and entertaining PodAskew. Whether it's one of the many rants about films you've uncovered or your brush with fame and managing to get your Yoga Hosers DVD signed by the great man himself, or merely the two of you just sitting around and shooting some shit and telling tales of Reggae the donkey on your family's farm. One thing becomes quickly apparent, Rico. Not unlike our hero, Kevin Smith, you, sir, are an amazing storyteller. You can spin a yarn that has both myself and my hard-to-please BFFs captivated for hours, even 5 hours in some cases. The room always seems split down the center on debates and topics you discuss on the show. Topics my friends and I would never have discussed had it not been for you guys. Arguing about who the best Batman was is a topic I would never imagine coming to pass, but thanks to you and PodAskew it did. Whether it's watching you rant or listening to you both vamp, it's always like sitting and chilling with friends that just happen to not be in the room, merely our eardrums. Now, I know getting another year older can be a scary contemplation at times, but I like to think of it as becoming another year smarter and wiser, acquiring wisdom and insight to enable us to overcome life's never-ending obstacles, not to mention those inner demons we all battle daily. I think the thing I admire the most about you, Rico, is you always speak your mind. You speak for and to so many people who are forced to suffer in silence with anxiety disorders and depression. You give us all an insight into how difficult life becomes whilst a battle rages within. Your strength and courage to overcome those demons is something I truly admire. You're a true inspiration to us all, sir. Don't ever forget that. I was so saddened to hear that you have been so ill of late, and my heart goes out to yourself and your extended family at the heartbreak of losing so many loved ones in such a short space of time. It would have reduced most of us to pieces, but you displayed such strength and courage, insisting that the show must go on. We are all so truly proud and thankful to have you as a part of our lives, Rico. So on this most festive of occasions, I wanted to take this opportunity to say happy birthday to you, buddy. We love you and hope you have an awesome day and year ahead. Also, enjoy still being under 30. It flies by way too fast. With huge koala bear cuddles and birthday wishes galore, your pal Jay from Oz. There you have it, buddy. That's what I got for you for your birthday this year, man. As many people as I could muster together that wanted to show some love to you from podcasting world and otherwise. There are a lot of people that wanted to make it that we just couldn't make schedules work. Logo Mike, for example, he passes on some huge wishes, man, and we just couldn't get our schedules to cooperate. Mike Driscoll, I know I'm missing people, but there were a lot of people that wanted to send their love to you, Rico, and myself included, buddy. You have brought a joy into my world and getting to do this with you weekly that I will never be able to express to you exactly how important it is to me. So thank you, my man. And I love having you as a hetero life mate. You're one of the best friends I could ask for. Obviously, Deb is my best friend, but we've had that conversation. It's a different kind of friendship. And my man, you're there. So happy birthday, buddy. I hope you're loving this. I hope you laughed. I hope you cried. I hope you shook your head a few times because I know I did putting it together. But thank you to everybody that came on. We have Henry. We have Bethany and Jess from Body Count. We have Midnight Smoke, Steve. We get Jamie Cat Eaters, Chris and OC from the Dave Podcast, my wonderful fiance Debbie, Maddie Granger, April, and then the wonderful letter from Jay. Thank you, everybody, for participating. It means the world to me. I think I can safely speak for Rico and say it meant the world to him to hear it. So, happy birthday, buddy. I hope you had a great one, my man. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rico.
Damn it. PodAskew. PodAskew. PodAskew.